Hey, how's it going, everybody? In this video, we're going to take a look at some keyboard shortcuts from within the terminal that are extremely helpful once you get them memorized. So let me pull up a longer command here so that we have something to work with. So within the terminal, if you just use your arrow keys to move around, then you can only go one character at a time. So the first shortcut is Control A. If you hit Control A, you can see that the cursor jumped here to the beginning of the line. So you can think of A as the beginning of the alphabet, and so it goes to the beginning of the line. The next shortcut is Control E, and you can think of that as the end, E for end, and that goes to the end of the line. So Control A goes to the beginning, Control E goes to the end. Now if we want to go in between, then we can hold in the Option key on the Mac and then use the arrows to go one word at a time. So you can see I'm jumping by words here, and then the right arrow goes one word to the right. Also, if you're holding in the Option key, then you see that the mouse here turns into this little bullseye here, and anywhere that you click, you go directly to that point. So that's holding in the Option key and then clicking anywhere within your command to go to that point. So those are a few shortcuts for navigation. Now let's look at a few shortcuts for actually altering the commands. So if you hit Control U, then it's going to delete everything in the command before your cursor. So for example, if I hit Control U right here, then it's going to delete everything before this type word right here. So I'll hit Control U, and you can see that it took out everything before the cursor. And now if I bring that back, now this time I'm going to delete everything after the cursor. So if I'm here at the same location, this time if I hit Control K, then it deletes everything after the cursor. So if I hit Control K, it's going to delete everything after this type word here. So Control K, and you can see that it deleted everything after the cursor in that command. Another nice command to know is the Tab key, and a lot of people already know this one, but if you don't, then you use it all the time. It will autocomplete. So say for example, if I'm typing in CD and I know that I want to go to my projects folder, all I have to do is type in the start of the word, and if there's nothing else that matches that other than projects, then I can hit Tab, and you can see that it automatically completes that. So if I want to go to demos, I can hit D, hit Tab, and then if I want to go to terminal, so you can see it went all the way to terminal, but then it kind of made a noise, and it means that it can't auto-complete it all the way. That's because within here I have terminal demo, and I also have underscore shortcuts. So after you kind of give it a direction to go, so say I want to go to shortcuts, I'll type in the underscore, then I'll hit Tab again, and it'll know how to complete the rest of that command. So that's auto-completion using the Tab key, but you can also do auto-completion by dragging and dropping folders. So for example, let me move over my terminal window here so that we can see my desktop. Say I want to change directory into this videos folder here. Well, instead of typing in CD, users, Corey, desktop, videos, and things like, all of that, I can just type in CD, and I can grab this folder, drag it to my terminal, and drop it in, and it'll fill in that path for me. And if I hit enter, then you can see now I'm in the videos directory. So some other useful shortcuts here that you'll use all the time are the up arrows and the down arrows. If you hit up, it will scroll through your previous commands, and if you hit down, it will go back through those commands all the way until you get to your new blank command. Now if you want to rerun a command that you've previously run and it's not immediately showing up whenever you try to scroll back through using your up arrow, then you can type in the exclamation point and then some characters here. So if I wanted to rerun the last find command that I ran in the terminal, then I can type exclamation point find. It doesn't even have to be find, it can be FI. And what that's going to do is the terminal is going to go back through your history and rerun the very first command that it sees that starts with FI. So if I run that, then you can see that it ran this command here. Now if I hit the up arrow, then you can see that the last command that it ran was this find command that I ran a long time ago. Now you can also do this if you type in history, then it's going to show you the history of all your commands. And you can do the same thing with this history. Now you can either copy and paste these, but say I wanted to rerun this find command again, and I found this here at, I want to run the one at 527. So instead of copying and pasting or retyping the whole thing out, I can just type in exclamation point 527 and it'll rerun the command in your history that is line 527, which was that find command, and you can see that it ran that there. Now if you want to interactively search for a previous command, then you can hit Control R and you can see that it's going to bring up this prompt here, reverse search. And so then you can just start typing, and you can see if I highlight this here, this is what I've typed in so far, and it'll go back and search your commands and will tell you which one it's going to run based off of the search that you've typed in so far. So say that's the one I want, I could just hit enter and it'll run that command for me. And the last two shortcuts that I want to show you are two that you've been seeing me do throughout the whole video, and that has to do with clearing the screen. So say that I want to clear the screen right now, I can hit Control L and that'll clear the screen. But what that doesn't do is clear the scroll back. And what I mean by that is if I scroll up, you can see that I can still scroll back a ways here. And if you don't like that, then on the Mac you can hit the Command key, Command K, and it'll clear the scroll back. So I just did that, and now I'm trying to scroll up and I can't because there's nothing there. Now if I hit Control L a few times, which clears the screen, but it doesn't clear the scroll back, then you can see that all those Control L's did was add a bunch of blank lines in to clear the screen out. So those are a few keyboard shortcuts that I use within the terminal on a daily basis. Hopefully you guys found those useful. If you do have any questions, then just ask in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe for future videos, and thank you guys for watching.